To win games, you need not only to score goals, but to prevent them. Goaltenders are the last line of defense in stopping the other team from winning games. We sat down with Phil Osaer from USA Hockey and Connecticut's own Jared Waimon to learn more about how goaltender development is evolving in the United States. What makes the goalie position so great?
The best thing is that you get to be on the ice the whole time.
You have the opportunity to affect the game every single time, every minute.
Tell me about your role with USA Hockey.
I work within our ADM program, and I'm in charge of goalie development. And when we looked at this position nationally, we decided that what we really need to do is change the goalie development culture and what the experience was for young goalies. I get the amazing opportunity to go around our country and try to help coaches, goalies, and goalie families and put a better development environment so the kids have more opportunity to enjoy our sport and the position. We have a bit of an issue where our hockey coaches are quick to say, I don't know anything about goaltending. What we want to explain is that it's the simplest position in our sport. We want our hockey coaches to help all our hockey players, even the ones that play goalie. So that's how we're trying to reach our goals of making this a better development culture for our goalies.
You have a new role here in Connecticut with USA Hockey. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Sure, it's the goaltending development coordinator. My main focus is to get out there and give coaches who might not have a big goaltending background or any goaltending background at all some basic knowledge of how to help their goalie during practice and then how to speak to their goalie during the game.
When I was younger, our team didn't have a goalie. We always rotated, and when it got to my turn to be the goalie, I always wanted to do it. So I guess I just asked if I could be the goalie, and I've played goalie since then.
There's talk that there's actually a goalie shortage in Connecticut, so tell me, is that true?
It is, and that was something when I initially started. I went around Northeast where unfortunately there wasn't many goalies. That was one of the reasons the development coordinator position came and how we got the job description.
Why do you think there's kind of a shortage now in goalies?
People can perceive it as a stressful position, and sometimes people might want to protect their child. If you're involved in youth sports, you want your child to be a huge part of the team and to face pressure and learn how to deal with disappointment. So I would like to get people away from thinking that it's too stressful.
What do you think makes the ideal goalie?
Being competitive, wanting to stop pucks, wanting to be in the net, being athletic for sure.
How has the American development model really helped get these goalies kind of ready?
Simply by seeing more shots. I love the blue pucks because they are letting younger goalies see quality, high shots.
Now we have cross-ice games, age-appropriate size rinks and nets, and now the goalies are seeing different types of shots. They're seeing more shots, they're more engaged. They're leaving the ice with a sweaty head.
It looked the most fun at the time. Just thought it'd be fun to jump in the net one game. Haven't looked back ever since.
What are some ways that parents can really help their goalies grow?
We still want them playing other sports, learning how to catch. So playing catch with your son or daughter is a great way to help your goaltender develop.
Sometimes a goalie might give up a goal, and it has to be within the parents that it's kids having fun, trying to get better. They're going to make mistakes, and that's okay. And just celebrate the goalie's saves.
What age do goalies typically begin to specialize?
By 12 years old, if they're going to be a goalie, they really want to be full-time. Leading up to that, if a child wants to be a goalie, it's great for them to be in the net, but you do want to balance that with spending some time out of the net, working on their skating.
We do encourage around 12 years old. That's when the sports science says you really have the opportunity to develop the technique where you can really engage in the goalie skating, the save selections, and the muscle memory.
I grew up in Madison, Wisconsin, where hockey was everything. Being the younger guy, I was kind of the one where it was anytime someone wanted to shoot, they made me put on pads and threw me in the net. That's kind of how it ended up.
What are some ways that the Connecticut community, that these coaches, these teams can really get kids involved and want to play goalie?
Simply by having the gear available to them in practice. There's the quick change pads, or even if there's regular equipment and they get a chance to play goal during practice, just getting them in there, letting them know it's okay to try, and they're not missing a practice. You're learning about the sport, so it's not going to cost them ice time.
The other thing is encourage all of your coaches to take the time to learn something about goalie. Hockey coaches can coach goalies. It is a simple position.
What advice do you have for someone that's watching that thinks, maybe I do want to be a goalie? What can they do?
talk to your coach and ask them, I really want to try playing goalie. Reach out to your goaltending development coordinators or myself, and we'll find different avenues. We want to give kids the opportunity to participate. So ask that person at your local rink and say, hey, I want to try being a goalie, especially here in Connecticut, because for the time being, there might be a little bit of a shortage.
What are some resources that as players get older that they can have as they become further into their hockey playing career as a goalie?
We have a website, USAHockeyGoaltending.com, as well as our mobile coaching app. We do age-appropriate practice plans on a weekly basis. All across the country, we have goaltending development coordinators, and they can be a great resource for finding coaches in their area, educating coaches. We just want to empower kids to be excited about it and then create an environment where they can take what they've learned and really apply it in our sport.